Hi guys, it's Karina. Thanks for joining me again today. You might be wondering what this is, and I'm sure most of you, I guess, have figured it out, but it's my pencil case. I have a couple pencil cases, but this is the one that I mostly use. It has a little monster at the end, and I really bought this for like $2 at my local Safeway here, because I needed something to carry around, some art supplies in case I'm on the go, or if I want to do some arting or journaling, or, you know, any kind of sketching or whatever on the couch, or if I'm lazing around in bed, which I do a lot on the weekends. So I thought, I've seen other people, other artists on YouTube do these what's in my pencil case videos, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'll show you the things that I've been using most recently and give you a look at what's inside of my little pencil case here. So, it's just, well, I don't know what it's called. It's onyx and blue. It's not really big, but I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. So, I have some pencils. Let's see here. These are the pencils that I have right now. So this pencil has red mechanical leads in there. And this is the lens that I'm currently using. Let's zoom this in just slightly so you can see what I'm trying to show you here. These are just some Staedtler Mars Microcolor 5.5mm LEDs. I'm a little bit disappointed with these. I bought them on sale at a place in Newfoundland when I was there on holidays. And I don't know if the LEDs have kind of, maybe they're old or whatnot, but they tend to break really easy. But that's what's in my red pencil here. Now the blue pencil, actually, you know what? I'm telling you a lie, because I switched out the red and I put the green LEDs in there because the red ones were making me a little bit frustrated. So the red ones are no longer in this pencil. So there are green LEDs in here. And my thought was, well, if I bought a blue pencil, I can put my blue LEDs in. This is not focusing very well, is it? If I have a blue pencil, I can put my blue LEDs in. Then if I have my red one, I can put red. You know, you kind of color coordinate so you're not popping out the LEDs all the time and whatnot. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's try right there. So, and this one here has the same kind of LED. So let's see. So this is just the blue one, so that's what's inside of that one. And this orange one here just has basic, just regular graphite pencil. And they're all 0.5, but I'm working on getting some 0.7 because that also could be my problem with drawing, is that I might have a bit of a heavy hand and I could be the one that's breaking the LEDs, not a problem with the LEDs at all. So we'll just put that aside for now. Then I have this Staedtler Eraser. And it has these little things on the inside that can come out. And I kind of just got frustrated with using a kneadable eraser because they don't always work to my advantage. So I went and got this one. So that's just my eraser that I use on a normal basis. And then I have my white Uniball Pigment Pen. These are really good for putting details and highlights and everything in drawings that you do. And they're also really nice for writing on darker backgrounds if you're doing any kind of like written journaling. Then I have a water brush that I carry around with me as well. Sometimes I like taking my Neocolors or my Derwent Inktense blocks wherever I'm doing my artwork, and this is basically all I use. I just use one paintbrush and that gets done what I need to do. Then I have a lot of Staedtler stuff. I am not in no way being paid or sponsored or anything. It's just this is what's usually available to me because I live in such a remote place. I just have to buy what's here, and apparently this town I live in likes Staedtler products. So I have these three pigment pens. They're pigment liners in a 0.1, a 0.3, and a 0.5, and those are usually the sizes that I use when doing any kind of inking. And then I have my Prismacolor colorless blender in there. I was just recently told that you could use this thing for blending out the colored pencils. Originally I was told that this was just meant for using with the markers, and very hard to get the tips off, or the caps, sorry. And I thought, well, I might as well just throw it in my bag for the times that I am using my Prismacolors and give it a go and see what happens. But I haven't used this yet, but it has been in my bag for about 3 weeks or so. And then, also on my holidays this summer, I came across some of these Color Erase pencils by Prismacolor. So I bought 4 or 5 of each of these colors, and this is what's in my bag so far. I haven't used the red or the yellow, but I have used the purple and the blue. And I also find that if you're doing graphite sketches and you want to add just a tad bit of color to do some shading and you don't want to use the graphite, these are really nice for blocking in some shadow areas in your sketches. So I have a couple of those, and these are I have some extra leads in there for my graphite pencil, and these are just HB, nothing fancy. And I keep a double, I don't even know why I have this, because I don't have anything big enough to go in here, but these metal erasers are really good. I don't know what brand it is, not a clue, nothing on there, but this is the kind of pencil sharpener that I prefer over anything else. If I have to sharpen a pencil, I've come to find that I like working with the mechanical pencils a little bit more, because you don't have that frustration of sharpening them, but then you have the frustration of your leads breaking all the time. So you kind of have an issue no matter which way you go, unless you're a really light drawer. So this is, I don't know why I put this in, but it's just a little stylus for my iPad that doesn't even work. So I'm just gonna, you know what, just toss that to the side. That's not gonna go back in there. Then I have some extra erasers in there for my mechanical pencils. Sometimes I use the end erasers, sometimes I don't. And let's see, I have my trusty Prismacolor white pencil. I like using this for putting shades in, or highlights, sorry. I'm getting my shades and shadows all and highlights mixed up. I use this for adding some highlighted areas to pictures that I'm drawing, and sometimes for drawing out around the images as well. And I use the Pigment Pen for the same effect, just sometimes I like using one over the other. Then I have my Tombow mono eraser and a refill, and I was using this one originally, but then I went and bought this one, the Staedtler one, because this one is much cheaper to buy replacement erasers for. So I did buy a few of those to keep on hand when I was on holidays, and these are very expensive, and if I have to get them shipped in from Amazon, I have to either wait for them to go on as an add-on, like a sale kind of thing, or I have to pay, I think it's like $20 for like 2 of these for refills, and they wear out really fast because they're so tiny. So that's why I went and got this bigger one here. Just a couple of more things in here. I have my Carolina Wink metallic, what are these called? They're like an acrylic paint marker, more or less, and they have shimmery inks inside of them. So I keep these on hand for if I'm just messing around in my sketchbook and I want to add some just some shiny effects to whichever I'm sketching out. So I do keep those on hand as well. These are really nice. If you haven't tried them out yet, you should definitely do so. I think these were actually given to me by Imagination International, and I did do a video which I can link down in the description of the packaging and testing out of these that I did just a little while ago, so I can link that in. But these are really nice. I suggest you give them a try if you haven't already. And the last thing that I have in my bag here, I'm just going to put all this stuff back in instead of making a mess, because my luck, it's all going to end up on the floor. So there we go. So the last thing that I have is this Pentel pocket brush pen. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this thing, to be honest with you. I recently got it back in August. I paid a little bit too much for it because I did buy it at Michael's, and I did have a coupon, but it still wasn't the greatest deal. But you can get these on Amazon here in Canada for roughly about $20 with a refill, and you can get a 10 or 12 pack refill for 20 bucks, which is not too bad. It's not waterproof like they say it is. I used it on some of my drawings and have ended up ruining them. But it is very nice for doing line work after you've completed any wet work that you're going to do on your pictures. So, and I've used it quite a bit, and the ink has lasted a pretty long time in it. So, like I said, love-hate relationship, and I'm still learning how to draw with this thing. So, it's a learning process, but really nice investment if you can get it for a decent price, but definitely not for $30 at Michael's. So yeah, that's everything that I have in my pencil case here. If you have any comments or questions about anything that I have in there at the moment, go ahead and leave me a message down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, the different art supplies that I use, go ahead and let me know. Like the video to let me know that you've enjoyed it as well. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. And come back every Tuesday and Friday to see more videos. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.